33 starts off, part 38 starts off at the hideout with a conversation that we will quickly flip through to get some GP. And now we can continue on with the missions. So we'll skip this initial set of dialogue and kick off the next mission, which is going to be mission 28, I believe. Oh, sorry, 29. So this is the mission where we need to kill the launcher. This is where we first have the introduction of the launcher. We're going to equip our personas, of course, to have the maximum experience in yen personas that we've used from the first playthrough. And we'll set up for some of our skills. So this match was actually pretty difficult on New Game Plus as well. This is one of the toughest matches in the game, whether it was on the first playthrough or the second playthrough like we have here. Still issues with timing, still issues with trying to figure out when the launcher is going to throw certain enemies. There's still a good chance of being killed whenever you are at certain locations. This is just a tough mission in general. So just keep that in mind if you're following along or doing your own version of this mission. That this mission is not easy. If you do get killed, again, it's not a big deal. You can survive. We don't care about the rewards anymore. So just keep going as you will. Of course, you'll always want to make sure that you kill the brutalist legionnaire enemies because they're just they hit so hard. If they get 2 critical attacks in, they'll just be in real bad shape. So we'll take care of them. Here we have the launcher throwing enemies at us. We have 7 turns remaining to get to him and finish him off, as well as any enemies he's been throwing our way. As you may recall, one of the toughest things about this mission is the fact that we always have to keep a switch manned across this game, this level, because we need to either get enemies through or we need to get ourselves through. So the launcher has thrown 2 of those drummer guys to us. I still think it's unfair that they get a turn right away, but there you see it. They increase their movement abilities right off the bat. And we know we have a Legionnaire guy being thrown at us here as well soon. So we're continuing to maneuver around, and we want to kill these drummers that have just been thrown into our space. And here you see he throws the last enemy at us, which is one of the Legionnaire Brutalist guys. As you can see, Joker's finally gotten close to being able to start attacking the launcher. I'm trying to, this time we're going to try and see if we can knock him off the edge. In the previous time that we did this mission, we weren't able to. And we simply just weared him down. This is the first instance where we actually got thrown by the launcher. Never had that happen before. This is a weird instance where I accidentally used the Femme Fatale move from Anne, and this stupid bomb that generates managed to stay on the switch, which was not expected at all. Thought it might hover by the door or something. There you go. This time we managed to knock it off the edge, which kills it. And that takes care of that mission out of the way. And next up will be mission 30. This is the mission where we just need to survive 6 turns and also kill enemies along the way. So this one, I was able to just be far more aggressive than I was in the first time I did this mission. I think I actually attempted to kill the launchers this time rather than before. I was just a little bit more passive in the upper platform here. But this mission actually is pretty fun on both the regular playthrough and the hard playthrough, or sorry, the second playthrough, New Game Plus. I actually thought this was a enjoyable mission and one of the better ones in the game compared to so many of the other ones. See there, you can see I killed the launcher to keep him from shooting enemies at us or hitting us with rocks. Definitely a different approach compared to what I did the first time I did this mission. But of course, feel free to do what you would like. It's all about just surviving and killing as you can. The one thing that pays off to being aggressive compared to what I did in the previous round is when the enemies spawn, like this one with Joker here, they come up scared. If I had stayed in the upper platform and let the launchers live, he would have certainly just thrown the enemy up at us, and we wouldn't have had that advantage. So this was a more fun and direct way to approach this mission this time. This being even more aggressive and taking down the launchers. But I remember the very first time I played this mission, it wasn't exactly clear to me that the launchers would be destroyed outright from knocking them off a ledge. But now that I know that's definitely the case, having done it on other missions, it's interesting to just keep doing it whenever you do see them, and it's strangely satisfying given how tough those enemies are and how much health they have when you try and wear them down naturally. So we've continued to apply pressure on the enemies here. They're continuing to spawn, but that's okay. We can continue to take them out as they appear with either triple threats or gunshots or our strong magic attacks. One thing that's nice about the personas that we're equipping is they do level up with you. So you do get some strength in leveling as you have your personas equipped, because again, we're not changing personas in this game because we want to maximize the amount of yen and experience that we're going to get as we redo these missions here in New Game Plus to try and limit the amount of time that we have to farm for levels and yen. So we still don't have the trophy for 666,000 plus yen that we need for the platinum. We won't get that for probably a while at this rate. So we've done a triple threat there to take some more enemies out. Continuing to apply the pressure on these new enemies that have been spawning, not giving them much chance to attack us. As you can see here, Joker's moving around, try and maximize some once more in triple threat opportunities. And we've killed a few enemies with that. And Anne can now use an exploit of a once more herself if she would like. And we will take down even more enemies. And there you go. We made the turn limit 5, and we got all the conditions. Again, not required to get all the conditions, but we just want to maximize our experience in yen the best we can over the course of this playthrough. And if, like I said, if you did not get the Grand Thievery in the first playthrough, those were some quick introductions or demonstrations on how we can get the all the rewards for the missions the second time around as well. So this is mission 31, and this is the first mission where we have the umbrella guy. We're very familiar with them now from having played the game once, but we now know more about them. But this was the first mission that we ever saw them when we were playing the first playthrough. This mission actually was much more fun as well, with us being a little bit more aggressive and powered up. So you notice in this version of the playthrough, we've engaged the umbrella guy on the left right from the get-go. In the previous video, when we did this mission the first time, we looped all the way around, and that enemy was actually one of the last enemies that we ever fought and killed to complete this mission. So we're doing a much more aggressive approach here, as we now, instead of flanking from the right to the left, we're going from the left to the right, which really exposes these enemies further because they're not expecting that attack direction. And as you can see here, we have the launcher. We have a get once more opportunity that we're just trying to figure out the best way to maximize our triple threat window here with the characters that we have. And there you can see we've built a triple threat window to kill the umbrella and severely damage the launcher. We can now no longer launch those enemies that were with him, which is good because it keeps him more contained and will make the triple threat even easier on this turn. Yeah, I just had much more fun with this time around. I was able to play just so much more aggressively rather than passively, and that is really just a much more fun way to approach this mission. I think I did it in just a couple turns versus I think the first time I needed almost all of the turns, but maybe one to complete this mission. But this time we have 5 turns remaining, and all we have to do is kill this last scrub here. And there you go. That completes that mission. We're up to level 51. 5 turns, we got that one done. We'll skip past this dialogue here as always. This is this section of the game where you see the citizens being abused by the soldiers of the kingdom, and of course you want to save them because they're just begging for water and they're being overworked, and you of course are justice type characters in this game. So we're gonna head back into the Velvet Room here before we do this mission. We're gonna do a couple of fusions. So far here, there's nothing really new that we haven't seen before. All these ones are ones that we got in the original playthrough. So we're creating better versions, as you can see, because they have second abilities. So we'll just go ahead and register them to the Compendium in case we just happen to fuse them later or need them. That was good. They'll be more expensive. But here we go. We have a new persona here that we've not created before in the first playthrough, and this is another one that is specific to the New Game Plus, and that's Magatsu-Izanagi. So if you ever played Persona 4, the main protagonist has Izanagi as his primary persona, and one of the villains that you are facing in that game has Magatsu-Izanagi as his persona. So it's kind of like a light, dark version of that persona in particular that square off, and it's quite a cool way to have a game be for Persona 4. So that's just some more Persona history there from this game, and here is another mission that we're working on here, and this is yet another one where I was able to be just super aggressive, and I didn't have to really beat around the bush at all and be pensive. I was very aggressive. I understood the complexity and the enemy positions far more than I did when I was first playing this mission. See, as you can see here, I'm going right after this umbrella guy right from the start. And the first time I played this, I don't think I was even within this door within this first turn, never mind being in a position to kill the umbrella guy. So as you can see, we're just maximizing our triple threat window. We've already killed the umbrella guy, one of the brutalists, and we're just in far better shape than we were when we did this mission before. See, Joker's already out onto the second platform. Not the second platform, but the second door. It took us so many turns to get there before. We're going to do a little bit of maneuvering here to try and open up some doors for our advancing characters. Got once more from Morgana without a triple threat because of the position that we're in where we killed the enemy. But I'm going to use Joker here to build once more and already start being aggressive against these characters, which are the launchers. We never even came close to doing this within the second turn compared to this playthrough here. You can see I got a pretty good triple threat window there. Just taking massive damage from the launchers. They even threw me. Thankfully they didn't throw me off, but now I'll be able to kill these guys with ease because of how aggressive I've been. So there we go, we tag teamed both launchers there, and we completed that mission really quickly compared to before. And that is going to close out part 38 here. I'll see you for the next one, for part 39.